With a background in cybersecurity, CEO Charly Bahaous is from Israel and relocated to South Africa in 2006. Under his watch, Touchnet has grown to encompass over 300 employees across various subsectors. The company's portfolio includes a fiber management and construction business, cybersecurity sourcing and distribution, and a recently initiated remote hands smart driving system with approximately 250 personnel on board. There is a 40-member staff based in South Africa dedicated to the Internet Service Provider ISP operations, complemented by numerous partners such as 251 in Ethiopia and WASP in Ghana. In an interview with our Deputy Editor-in-Chief Munir Shemsu, the two executives discussed crucial aspects such as data protection, cybersecurity, and the rising prominence of decentralized cloud services across Africa.
Having the ability to introduce a true edge cloud, bringing it as close as possible to the edge, in country, targets multiple challenges. One, latency. Two, the data protection. Your data resides in country, therefore it falls within your standard regulations and requirements. And having the ability, the fact that you have it within your local sovereign cloud, accessibility and transactional with the local currencies become much easier. So to decentralize the cloud into these little mini cloud environments, localized, and have the flexibility to scale it on demand, it ties into revenue. When it ties into revenue, that means the market's growing, you're growing with it. You're not laying out the capital investments and waiting for the return on investment in the longer term. You don't have to put the big capexes, go into OPEX based, goes into usage based. So a lot of elements of decentralizing that element ties into enabling a particular market which is until now were untapped. It's unlocked the full potential. Look, from a standard perspective, if you look at the 27001, it's a very good foundation. It's a minimum requirement that we hold on our side from data security and protection. Compliance-wise, the GDPR is a big element into the privacy. So as long as you comply with both, and in South Africa, for example, we have the POPI Act, it ties into your 27001 and the GDPR elements. So in each country as it comes along, if there is additional requirements, we are happy to engage with the regulator and collaborate with the local partner to achieve the required and the desired outcome with regards to specific adjustment and regulation. In any kind of infrastructure as a service, there is a compliance. There is regulations that you need to meet from a Data Protection Act perspective. The platform is fully GDPR compliant, ISO 27001. So all your access measures are implemented into the platform, including SOC 1, SOC 2, and work closely with the local regulatory around data protection that they require from data protection or privacy perspective. The foundation is a global foundation. All the measures that need to be put in place is already enabled into the environment from access controls perspective. Also certain capabilities and technologies are introduced for the anti-ransom and vault environments, and all the necessary controls and measures are implemented. we do review. We do our responsibility also to be responsible business and to check and verify where we at what point each market is from the publications and the information and the statistics and many other sources to give you indication in which direction it's taking, and the partnership and the dependencies that you build on the local partners play a big role. A lot of work with the people. People makes the business, the values of the business, their vision, if it's aligned with your vision, if it's value, my value and your values are the same, it will be a well-balanced relationship. Other than that, we want to enable the smaller ISPs and telecom providers really to give it a fair fight in the market and enable the growth opportunities. The modeling around it from a Zadara perspective and Touchnet perspective, it seems to be the bullseye. It hit the sweet spot from a modeling capability and building blocks modeling around it, so you can start and slowly grow, make it much more accessible, much more easier to be able to do so, really to unlock the potential, or not really the opportunity of having sovereign cloud without the massive capex associated with it, because of the building blocks models. And that's what we did. It can live side by side. We very agnostic when it comes to living with other cloud providers in parallel, on-premise, in the data centers, so you have the full flexibility with regards to the integration and the capability to be able to operate in parallel to any kind of other clouds that you might have already in play. I think we saw big growth in a lot of countries around the betting platforms, sports betting. There is a big drive and they need the data local for all the transactions. Fintechs is big. Having all the capabilities around the Kubernetes and Dockerized type of technologies, which is the cloud, enable you to do so. Enabled a lot of industries that until now it was hardware intense and cost associated with it. So we have different customers from banks to different government business units or institutes, insurance companies, a lot of fintech development, DevOps type of customers that utilizing the environment, and then education. The e-learning programs at a cost-effective platforms to be able to deliver a software as a service from an education perspective. Content is massive. Trying to bring out the global content provider as close as possible into the country, give you the accessibility, is a big thing in the next 2024-2025 strategy. And now being part of over 500 nodes around the world and global partners, we can introduce additional technologies into the local market through the cloud infrastructure and introducing SaaS services and other content that's bringing it as close as possible to the end customer. Keep opening up, the sky is the limit. I think the change is being adopted. I think the ICT programmers, the demographic of the age in Ethiopia, I notice a lot of young generation coming in. I think it's inevitable. The more you enable them with the right tools and capabilities and technologies and knowledge, the faster it will grow. You just need the right tools for you to be able to do what you need to do. The ICT space is fast growing. Just enable them with another capabilities and see the innovation that comes with it. Unlock the full potential. If you can guarantee me tomorrow, I'm happy to accept that still. I will always be optimistic. I always believe in the people that I engage with and the potential and what I see on the ground. And we're seeing the difference. We're seeing the adoption. Unheard of 8 countries rolled out in a year. People want. People need. And I'm not going to give you what I want. I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to listen, work closely with you, make sure every tick box is ticked. We're happy to work as closely as possible with the local partner to meet their expected desired outcome. I'm not coming to dictate to you what to do.